In 2022, when I first discovered what the heck self improvement was, I can confidently say that the first 4 to 5 months, I did a lot of things in the name of being productive, being disciplined, and looking back, I can confidently say that it was a pure waste of time. For example, I would wake up at 4:30 to do my cardio. Why? Did I not have time? No, in fact, I had plenty of time. And I did that because I thought I was being David Goggins in a way, and I did that for a long period of time. And what did it do? It just took away my sleep. Okay, that's not the point though. The point is, a lot of you watching this are probably into leveling up your life in some way. You're probably different to majority of the people. Point is, you were probably trying to prioritize leveling up your life in some way, right? And I feel like when you do this, you often will get into the internet in some way and find a lot of people giving you tips. And unfortunately, you fall into what they say. I followed a lot of these YouTubers when I was a couple years back, 2, 3 years back, when I started all this. I used to literally follow everyone and I would follow every bit of their advice to the T. And what did it do? I wouldn't say it harmed me in any way because whatever I was doing from their advice was better than the life that I was already living. But I went through with this thing of self improvement without a real goal. I went through it without a real reasoning behind it. I just did it because all these people did it, and I thought I was being disciplined. I was being cool. I was being different to everybody else in some way. And yeah, I was being different, but not in the way that I wanted to do. I wanted to be. I recently stopped meditating, for example. I've tried meditating for about 2 years and it's done absolutely nothing for me. And that's a very small example, right? I'm not telling that just because it did not work for me, it shouldn't work for you. But the point is, when you hear people give you advice, give you a bunch of habits to follow, don't just blindly follow it just because they have 5 million subscribers on YouTube. Just because they have 5 million subscribers on YouTube, they're a freaking millionaire, billionaire. Don't follow them because I don't need to freaking say this, but everybody's life is different, right? How I live my life at a particular time or age is not going to be the same as someone else's. And if we both follow the same kind of advice, it's not necessarily the case that we end up being successful. It's going to be completely different. The whole point of self improvement is to improve on the things that you want to improve, and if you're lacking in something, you improve on that. Not that you just search up a bunch of habits that these people give you and then blindly follow that. Do not do that. That's what I did. It did absolutely nothing for me. It just wasted my time. Honestly, it wasted my time. I don't regret it because if I did not do that, then I wouldn't learn from it. But I hope I can save you some time by doing this video for you, and hopefully you don't just blindly follow advice. This is in fact something that I've said many times on my channel. Even if I'm giving you some advice, in some of my other videos, don't just blindly follow it. Just sit and actually think for a second if it applies to your life, if it's something that you need to work on, and if it is something that you need to work on, go ahead with it. If it's not, just skip it. Don't worry about it. At this moment in my life, I don't need mental health advice. So if I go on YouTube and someone's like, oh, do this to improve your mental health, I don't need to watch it. I don't need to listen to it. When you're good at something, don't just blindly go onto YouTube and follow their advice and do it, because it's honestly going to lead you to nowhere apart from more confusion. And that's what happened to me. Don't fall into that path. Do something with a purpose. Do something that you want to do. Fortunately, we live a life, like majority of the things that the way we live is purely of, oh, what do they think of me, right? I've said this before as well. Don't live your life like that. You have one life. I know it's cliche to say, oh, you got one life, but like it's the truth. You have one life. You don't want to spend it trying to please someone else. Life is not about pleasing someone else, be it your parents, be it your family, be it your friends. It's not about pleasing them. Obviously their opinions, especially people who are very close to you, their opinions matter, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you want from the inside. And you may even fail doing that. You literally may even fail doing that, but at least it's your failing of your own terms. Like, I wanted to do this and I failed. Okay, I move on from that. Not someone else tells me and then I do that. And yeah, because I don't need to it's pretty freaking self-explanatory that you get the most pleasure out of doing things. A lot of people work, right? People call things work, and that you look at a lot of successful people, like actual successful people, they don't really consider their work. It's something that they actually enjoy doing, and you need to find something that you enjoy doing. It's not just about going onto YouTube, finding a bunch of things. Oh, this guy's a millionaire and he said this, so I need to follow this. Don't do that. Something that you probably would love to do from the inside. Go ahead and follow that. Don't sit and try to live your life trying to please someone else, trying to make other people happy. They may be happy, they may be upset about you. Who freaking cares, bro? I know it's easier said than done, because when other people, especially especially people who are close to you when they're not happy with you. It's not an easy thing to digest. I'm not going to sit here and say it's very easy to digest and just ignore them. It's not easy to do that. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you value, if you actually like give up importance to your own life and what you desire, then I think it's important to go after that in some way. So yeah, just live for yourself. You may fail doing that, but it's life, right? You fail and one thing doesn't mean life is over. You can always start something else. But yeah, kind of a messy video, but hope you got the point.